Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I once read a quote from someone, I can't remember who it was, I think it was something I stumbled upon on Pinterest, which said that we should all accept trends for what they are, which is a game. And in so many aspects of fashion, I think this statement is so true, both in a positive way, but also in a more negative way. So trends can really be what keep our wardrobes fresh and alive, and especially for people like me who loves fashion, who loves to express themselves through fashion, the trends are just a big part of the wardrobe. So I guess you can say that trends are really what gives us space to be playful with our clothes. However, trends are also what keeps the wheels in our headless consumption spinning, because they push us to buy a lot of things that we don't even need and that we don't even have room for in our closets. So we're kind of on a constant run for something new, this rush of something new. And sadly, we never seem to hang on to these things that we purchase, especially trend items, for very long, because we get bored by them very quickly. So we often end up buying all these things just for the sake of the rush we get by purchasing it. And then after using it a few times or after seeing it on 20 other girls, we totally lose interest in it. And I know that many, especially women, can recognize this. So I must admit that dealing with trends is one of the hardest things to do when you have a capsule wardrobe. I've been doing the capsule wardrobe for so long that having to say no to a lot of trends isn't actually that hard anymore. I don't feel as locked up as I did in the past, and I don't get bored that easy. But I also think that this feeling that I have now, that I don't feel like I need a lot of new trends to feel like I'm happy with my wardrobe, is only something you will achieve if you spend a lot of time building your dream wardrobe and only having things in that wardrobe that truly spark some kind of joy every time you bring it out and wear it. I actually feel much more free now that I've given up on that constant hunt for new trends. I know that for many women out there, the capsule wardrobe system is totally out of question, because they're afraid of getting bored, and they don't really see the beauty in wearing the things they have in the wardrobe more than once or twice. So we have to face the fact that the reason why so many women love fashion is because they get to be playful, they get to dress up, and they really like the compliments they get whenever they wear something new and exciting. So my solution on how to deal with passing trends is to combine the capsule wardrobe with a little extra room for trend items, so that you don't say that it's totally out of question, but just do it in a controlled way, do it in a systematic way, so you make sure that you don't mess up the wardrobe that you spend so much energy on building. So as you might have seen in some of my previous videos, I'm now doing a more fluid capsule wardrobe than the more traditional, more static capsule wardrobe. The fluid capsule wardrobe is divided into three. There's the basics, there's the seasonal, and then there's the trend items. So today I would like to share 3 tips on dealing with passing trends while still maintaining a very neat and very systematic closet. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about that, then just keep on watching. So tip number 1 is to make room for no more than around 5 trend-based products every season. These trend-based items should never be static. You should be able to swap them with some of the clothes that you have stored in your wardrobe, or even if you really want to, you should be able to buy a new item every once in a while. In this way, you make sure that your basic wardrobe is being kept alive, and that you leave this room for being a little bit more playful, without these fast fashion products taking completely over your wardrobe. So for example, I have my winter capsule wardrobe going on right now, which goes from December to February. So at the moment I have a few trend pieces in my closet. As I showed you in my previous video, I have a shelf for trend pieces only. And on that shelf I have a white shirt with ruffles, which is super on trend right now, and It's just such an easygoing product because a white shirt is pretty basic in itself, and you know, with that little frill detail, it just is so cute and it's so different from the other things that I have in my wardrobe. So I love items like that that can just, you know, give my wardrobe a little bit of a fresh new feeling. So if I get tired of these trend products, I simply go through the products that I have stored from previous seasons, see if there's something I would like to swap some of the trend pieces that I have in my closet right now with. This rarely happens though, but just the thought of being able to do it is, you know, it just gives me space, and it's just nice to know that I have that opportunity. Tip number 2 is to always store the trend items that you have in your closet if you should get tired of them. As I've said in many of my previous videos, trends, they go round and round, so what can be very trendy one season may be trendy again another season. So even though you feel a little bit tired of it now, then just store it and wait and see if you kind of fall in love with it in, you know, another season. To me, it's very much like if you've been listening very much to a song for a while that you get so tired of listening to that song, even though you loved it so much in the beginning, and then you take a break from it, and once you stumble upon it again, it's just like a sweet reunion. So just try to store these kind of trend products and then pull them into your wardrobe again and circulate them if you feel like it, because it's just such a great tip on getting something a little bit more fresh into your wardrobe. We've come to tip number 3, which is also my last tip. Very much linked to the previous one I just talked about. Then I think we should be better at browsing through our local secondhand shops. At the moment, the 80s are just everywhere, so the chances for finding something from the 80s in a local secondhand shop is actually pretty big. We also see a lot of rock and roll t-shirts this season, which I think is so cool, especially with, you know, like a pleated skirt or a leather jacket like I'm wearing today. And if you do find a tee like that from a secondhand shop, it probably also has a lot more, you know, of a genuine look to it, which adds a lot of more coolness. So if trends from the 70s or 80s or 90s or whatever, they do come around again, just go check out your local secondhand shops to see if you can find some of the products there. So to sum up, trends are totally okay to keep our wardrobes alive, I think, as long as we enjoy them in a controlled way and as long as it doesn't get out of hand. I know that many people, they do like these huge wardrobe weed outs this time of year because now it's January, we need a fresh start and we need to make room in our closets. You know, the idea of weeding out your closet and getting more system into it is great in my opinion, but the reason why many people do it is because then there's room for a lot of new things. So, you know, if we could buy and enjoy the trend items in a much more controlled way and a much more slow way than we do now, we wouldn't even have to do these huge wardrobe weed outs. I'm not judging anyone, I'm just saying, think about it. So that's it for today. I hope that you found my tips useful, and I hope this gave you inspiration on how to enjoy fashion in a little bit more controlled and slow way. Later this month, I'm gonna do a shopping guide for you. I would love to give you some more tips on how to buy more sustainable clothing. At the moment, I'm trying to team up with another Danish blogger who's a lot about green fashion, so I'm hoping to do a video on that later this month. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!